Like when I was younger, people would tell me that I had the capability of like saying sweetheart and things like that because when I would say it, no creepy vibe, no
Right.
nothing. Like when I would say that, it felt genuine. It felt like I remember a couple different people being like, no, it kind of feels like coming from like an old, like you're young, but it feels like coming from an old man. And I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, and like I got approval. Bothered a lot of the dudes that I knew because I remember sitting at a table. We were out one time, and one of the guys asked like, "Doesn't that bother you?" And she replied, "She's like, no, no, no. If you did that, that would bother me."
Right.
Like,
Well, I mean, and that is definitely, and I've actually been seeing that discussion pop up, on
but I want to
TikTok.
clarify something real quick. The reason why I started saying that was because I spent the summer in Texas, and while I was down there, just eating out at diners and all that, and just having these big, fat Southern fried women just coming up like, "Oh, honey, darling, baby dear," and everything, and my heart melted like butter for like 2 months straight every time I went in. So I
Right.
thought that women would feel the same way.
Right.
No, that is a very situationally dependent type thing.
It really, really, really is. Yes, and yeah, and like there's discussion starting to pop up now in the public sphere about how the difference between creepy behavior and romantic behavior is divided only by whether or not she finds the guy attractive initially.
Oh, that's the Dobler Dahmer argument.
Yep.
Like you
And
got
and there
Dobler
is.
from Say Anything holding up the boombox like out in the rain. If
Yep.
you like the guy, very romantic, super charming like that. But if
Right.
you don't like the guy, you see a dude standing outside your window in a trench coat holding up a boombox.
Right.
No, dude, that's terrifying. Like
Yeah.
it's
Which
really
is
understandable.
exactly, yes. And
So
yeah,
that's
and
what they
so
used to call it. What are they calling it now?
they haven't given a name yet that I've
Oh,
noticed. They're just basically sort of
there you go.
talking about how it's a thing.
Because I
And
remember that argument way back 15 years ago when I was in the army.
oh yeah, I'm sure
It's
none
not
of
new.
it's new. It's just a question of this stuff cycling upwards, as the
It
generations
makes
go
its
by.
return, yeah.
Yeah.
That okay, that is a very good point. Like like nothing is actually new. It's just this generation is now talking about it.
Right.
We had our
Exactly. Yes.
conversation, we learned our things, people made peace with it, people decided to fight it. Like we had that. Now it's theirs.